Look, let's turn to something a bit lighter now. Yesterday's Golden Globes became yet another chance for self-righteous Hollywood celebrities to virtue signal about the latest leftist cause. And this time, the usual suspects exchanged their Palestine pins for ones calling for ICE out and be good. Now, that one is in tribute to Renee Good, the woman who was shot by an ICE agent after being accused of driving her car in his direction. Here's actor Mark Ruffalo with more about why he's wearing his pin. And hint, this, we don't have the soundbite, I'm told, but it is expert Trump derangement level kosher. He goes on to talk about Venezuela and the illegal invasion and how Trump doesn't care about international law. And then he says, well, Trump is a convicted rapist and a pedophile. I don't know how he can get away with calling the president a pedophile. I think Trump's lawyers might be in contact. But these celebrities never fail to shove their moral superiority down our throats, do they?
Never, ever, even when it's getting old, and it doesn't seem to have the same sting that perhaps it had when Trump first entered the political arena in 2016, and they were all doing this. On the point about calling him a quote, convicted rapist and pedophile, that is something that actually very well could earn Mike Ruffalo a lawsuit, potentially. And again, I say this because Trump has done this, most recently for exactly that, to George Stephanopoulos and ABC, because that actually is something that is factually untrue. The E. Jean Carroll case that they always love to point to, that was not actually what the allegation was or what the conviction was based on. So he has cause there, even though it is very, very hard in the U.S. with the First Amendment for public figures to sue. That one might have been a bridge too far for him. But, you know, that's what Hollywood does. Renee Good is their latest political martyr, just like the black squares with George Floyd and all of that. I know nobody wore anything about Charlie Kirk, for an example, but we aren't surprised.
True. No, we aren't surprised. And I guess Renee Good is the latest cause du jour, how they signal to everyone that they are morally better than the rest of us. Interesting on your point about the rapist and pedophile thing. I mean, obviously there were pictures lately of Trump, which we've seen over many years of Trump with Epstein, but there was never any suggestion of wrongdoing, and nothing has ever come out in all the files and all the releases. So I really don't know how he can even make that allegation, let alone the convicted rapist one. And I do think Trump might have a case. I mean, he's been quite happy to pull the legal trigger against the BBC, for example. I don't know. I think Mark Ruffalo should be a bit worried.
He probably should. And, you know, I always say that if they had something of that nature against Trump, it would have come out in the Biden years when Biden controlled the DOJ and the Epstein files. It didn't. So there isn't anything there. Mark Ruffalo should watch his inbox.
Yeah, maybe he should. Maybe he'll be wearing a different kind of pin next year. Who knows? Okay, Kosher Garda, thank you so much for your time.